So first, what is it that makes you play in the one of the most biggest European festival?
We're really looking forward to playing tonight in Wacken, because in the beginning when we first formed the band we actually had a few aims, or things we're striving for to do with the band, as well as release our albums around the world, and Wacken being the biggest, most popular festival, we're rapt to be part of it. So just really eager to play tonight.
And how could you tell us how this experience was born?
Basically, through interest from the fans. We were asked about a year ago to be included on this bill, and knowing that we were part of Wacken 2007 almost a year ago was just a great feeling for us, because it gave us something extra to strive for. And knowing that we're just releasing Tomorrowland, our new album Tomorrowland has just been released, and we get to launch it properly at Wacken, so awesome.
You are signed by the German label Limb Music, but why not by an Australian label? Because you are from Australia, no?
Well, the album's out in Australia, it's readily available, but to be honest, the scene in Australia, although it's there, it's underground, it's a smaller scene, and Europe, the European power metal style, that's what we love, and we basically didn't really bother too much about Australia. We just sent stuff, to all the labels in Europe, and a few of the labels were interested, and Limb Music Products, LMP, gave us the best offer, and we signed with them. So, the album's out in Australia. It's interesting because a lot of people ask us the same question: how come we didn't sign to Australia first? Well, if the scene was big enough and the record companies got behind metal music and true power metal music, we would have signed. But unfortunately, it didn't until things got going. So in our way, it's a little bit of a kick in the teeth to Australia, and we're here, in Germany, so it's great.
Thank you. The fans of Black Majesty were able to sign the numerous changes of lineup, especially bass player. Is it a place so difficult to occupy in Black Majesty?
This is a recurring question. We actually, when we formed the band in 2002, we had a full-time member in the band back at that time in 2002. But just when we signed the deal, we parted ways with each other. So we signed the contract with 4 members, and the 4 members have always been the same. And we decided to use a session musician for the album. And since then we just used the same guy named Evan Harris. He's played on all the 3 albums. And it's interesting, we kind of just didn't want to alter the contract because we were happy as a 4-piece, with the label. They were happy with what was coming out recording-wise, so it wasn't an issue. But I can understand how people kind of wonder, how come there's only 4 members, how come there's no permanent bass player? Soon we'll be announcing a permanent bass player, so next couple of months, so the wait is over.
And do you think you find a good person with Richard Filak return with you this year?
Yeah, yes. Well, we've got a great friend helping us out from the Czech Republic named Richard, but our bass player that we're going to announce is from Australia. It will be announced soon. That's all I can say at this stage, to be kind to the next member.
Okay, people who know you knows that your albums, the lyrics of the albums, turn mainly around the medieval life. Why this choice?
I think probably it's an influence thing, where all the stuff that we grew up listening to, all the classic bands, whether it be Manowar or Iron Maiden, Halloween, I guess we're influenced by a lot of their material, so we kind of like to keep a progression of those kind of lyrics. It's the style of metal that we grew up listening to, and we like that, so we definitely know that we're not reinventing the wheel by playing different kind of music, but we're kind of putting our Australian slant on melodic power metal, so that's the reason.
Okay, good reason for sure. On your album, your last album, Tomorrowland, is going out this year, there is a cover of Deep Purple, Soldiers of Fortune. Why this choice?
We just think it's a classic song. For years now, when we do warm-ups just getting all our material together in the rehearsal studio. John, our singer, would always sing that to warm his voice up, and he's a big fan of David Coverdale, and we love the song. So it's a classic, timeless song, and we thought, look, we'd try it out as a cover. We passed it on to the label. We actually originally thought it was going to be a bonus track on the Digipack, but Lim at Lim Music Products liked it so much he thought it was going on the album. So, and we were really happy about that, because to us we're kind of paying tribute to a band that got us into music as well.
Okay, Tomorrowland is went out last month to the United States. Is it a new victory for you?
Yeah, look, we have been really happy with the way the albums, all albums actually, have taken off, particularly from the second album on with Silent Company and Tomorrowland, even at this early stage, in America, because the style of music we thought wouldn't sell as well in America, but in contradiction, it's been going great. We get a lot of people from writing to blackmajesty.com and MySpace, our MySpace page, from America, and it's great. It's been really successful, so hoping, fingers crossed, that by early next year we're going to America. We almost made it this year, but next year hopefully.
Finger crossed. I hope for you, really. It's gonna be amazing. Have you played some dates in France, maybe a tour after Wacken in Europe now?
Not yet, but again, we'd love to go to France. I studied French in school, so I know a little bit of French. Yeah, we'd love to go to France. Hopefully, things can be organised. Look, this time we got to play particular festivals, so hopefully in the next year, you never know, so we can expand it each time. Last time we came, we only played Germany and Czech Republic. This time we got to play a few more countries, so if we get asked to play, and if the place is there for us to play with other bands, then definitely.
It's difficult in France to have permissions to do concerts of metal, but imagine if a small association asks you to come and play in a small room, will you accept it?
Yeah, well, look, if we can, definitely. Look, we've got no problems about that. Look, we played some big festivals in Czech Republic, but we also played some small club shows, and they're good as well for us because we get to play longer. Like tonight, we only get to play 45 minutes here in Wacken, which we're not complaining about, by the way. But when you play the smaller shows and it's your own show, you can play for 2 hours. So, and that's what we, like to do in our perfect world. So yes.
Cool. I'm gonna invite you for sure. Blind Guardian is one of your biggest influence. What effects that makes to share the poster with them?
Totally awesome. We just played a show in Slovakia with Blind Guardian and Masterplan, both bands we're really into, and particularly Blind Guardian. Got to meet the guys, and for us, we're huge fans as well. A lot of people kind of forget, look and think of the other side of just playing the gigs, but for us, we're just excited to meet people that influenced as kids and even now. So it was a great buzz to be able to play on the same stage as them, and to support Blind Guardian was fantastic. So, and even with tonight, so yeah.
So now a special question for Spirit of Metal. We ask it to all the artists. For yourself, what is the Spirit of Metal?
Spirit of Metal, I think, would be, let me give you a nice Australian answer. This is the Australian slang of what I'm thinking you French people are thinking. I think it's metal that belongs in the heart, and it's music that you can't live without, and headbang to, and just it's part of you. It's not a fashion statement or anything like that. It's just something that's here, and I know ourselves that when we are not playing with the band and we're out, even in our car or at home, we love metal. We love playing it. So I think it's something that belongs in the heart.
Thank you very much.